Bruiser Flint of the Drexel Dragons. Drexel won its first CAA regular season title last year. Picked to win the league again this year. Congratulations. I don't know how you feel about that. How do you address those expectations, actually? We want to find out how you do feel about that when your team has been picked this high. And do you enjoy being a big game on everybody's schedule this year?
Well, we were picked the first preseason last year. So, I think we have a pretty good feel what could possibly happen. We know we got to play the games. We know we got to get out there. The team's going to be going after. They did last year. They're going to do it again. So this league is always tough. We know we better be ready, or we won't be. We'll only be preseason number one and not the end season number one.
The majority of your team is back from a group that won a school record 29 games, including a 19-game winning streak. What goals have you set for this team? As you accomplished quite a bit last year.
Yeah, we want to finish it off. We want to try to win the CAA championship and get to the NCAA tournament without being picked by the selection committee. So, our big thing is let's finish it off. We had a great year last year, won a lot of games, but we still didn't cut down the nets anywhere. So we would like to do that.
Franz Massenet developed into one of the CAA's best players last season and is this year's preseason player of the year. Talk about the growth of his game and what makes him a special player.
Well, I just think the kid you talk to him about things, he goes and he gets better at it. Last year, the only thing I really talked to him about was your shooting has to improve. You got to get physically better. He led the league in three-point shooting. So he's a kid that really listens, really works hard. And that's, I think, what makes him one of the better players in the league. I always felt as though even his freshman year, he was a good leader out there as a freshman point guard. Now it was, okay, build on some of the things that you didn't do well as a freshman, and he did, and he made himself into one of the better players in the league.
The one player you lose from last year's program is Sammy Gibbons. Not only made a big contribution on the court, but also provided leadership quite obviously. Which players do you see filling his role as a scorer and rebounder in the post, and also filling that leadership role?
Well, one thing we do is rebound, but we need Kasimbe Abif, Casey Carroll, or Goran Pankovic to step up a little bit for us because we need to have that next person. I think Darte Ruffin filling fine, but now we got to fill in somewhat for Darte. So one of those three guys have to step up for us. And I think our seniors have done a good job. I think Sammy last year talked about how the seniors before him sort of showed him what to do, and he thought his job was to show the guys behind him. So I think my three seniors, Darryl McCoy, Chris Fouch, and Derek Thomas, I think those guys will do a good job with us in terms of leadership.
The CAA will have 18 games televised nationally this year on NBC Sports Network. What does that type of exposure mean for the conference?
I think it's going to show what type of quality of players that we have. I always tell our players, you always want as much exposure, but if you're not ready, you're going to get a little exposed. But I think what you're going to see is the quality of play, coaching, the talent out there. I think that's the most important thing. You're going to see some good talent out there throughout the CAA.
All right, very good, Coach Bruiser Flint of the Drexel Dragons. Thank you, Coach.